Milwaukee, it's time for hockey.
Just can't lie, it's speed and the sound that I'm dying.
My name is Rob Moebius, and I'm an off-ice official with the American Hockey League at the Milwaukee Admirals at the Bradley Center. I started in 2006, I believe it is. So I've been doing it quite a bit. Well, the AHL is the training field, so to speak, for the NHL. The American Hockey League has a full staff of professional coaches. We have professional players.
Ladies and gentlemen, led by goaltender number 25, here are your Milwaukee Admirals.
The entire hockey league has many teams that compete with each other, and they actually compete for a professional tournament. It's very similar to what the NHL does. Players that progress through the AHL eventually wind up on the National Hockey League. Each professional hockey player has been drafted and is paid for by an NHL team, and the AHL, the American Hockey League, serves as the bench, so to speak, as a second bench to their parent club who's paying their salaries. So if there is an injury, or if it's timed that the AHL player is doing extremely well, he will be moved back up to the National Hockey League, and he will be playing as a full-time NHL player. The Admirals are connected to the National Predators. The National Predators draft them, and they also are responsible for doing any training as well, and that's done through the coaching staff, which is also paid for by the Nashville Predators. Some players may wind up only 4 or 5 months with the Milwaukee Admirals and get called up. Other players, it takes 2 or 3 years to develop and get trained to finally become an NHL type of quality player. We had Blake Jeffrey on as an example of this. He played for University of Wisconsin. Then he played for the Milwaukee Admirals, and then he played for the Nashville Predators. So it's a natural stepping stone from either juniors or from college into the National Hockey League. It's very frequently a player may get into a situation where he's not doing real well, not scoring. They want to pick up some speed and gain some confidence, and they are sent back down to Milwaukee, which they get a lot of ice time. And that ice time is a great confidence builder. We've seen that with several of our players that have been sent down 2 or 3 games, and they're back scoring nice goals for the Nashville Predators. Right now, Ryan Ellis has been sent down, and he's one of our great NHL type people that have experience on the ice. And these people actually teach the younger kids that are just getting involved with the American Hockey League, with the Milwaukee Admirals. As an off-ice official, I primarily work in the goal area, and I work as what's called a goal judge, to make sure that the goal is undisputed, and that puck has to go past the line or the plane where the goal is. And once it passes through that area, then a red light is turned on, which is actuated by the goal judge, and then the referee sees that and he can blow his whistle and stop the play. It'll be on either side of the hockey rink. There's two goal boxes that a goal judge will sit in, and he watches the puck very carefully, because there are many times that the referee cannot see the puck go into the net. There might be a player in front of him. He might be in a wrong position on the ice, and that's what the goal judges stop the play immediately and let the head referee know that there's been a goal that has been scored. When a goal is scored, I have a hand control, and the hand control has a button on it, and I push that button and keep it pushed. If I happen to let go of the button, the red light will go off, but I keep that button on until I am sure that the ref sees it and the rest of the players on both benches see it. Sometimes it's very difficult to see the puck. Those hockey players can hit that puck well over 100 miles an hour. And that's awfully hard to see. So many times there's only a ripple inside the net, or a water bottom is hit and pops up in the air. And that's sometimes the only way that you know that that puck got in, because many times that puck leaves the net as fast as it comes in when it hits a metal bar. I've had many fans ask, why are there two lights on top of the goal judge's box? Well, there's a green light, and that's connected directly to the clock. When the clock is running, which means that there's official play going on, that green light is off. Whenever the clock has stopped, the green light turns on, and that means there is no official play. Now, that being connected to the clock, the red light can only get turned on when the clock is running. So if the green light is on, the red light will not work. It's blocked off. And when the green light is off, then it is official play, and then a goal can be scored when the red light is turned on. And that's generally just before the green light turns on, because when a goal is scored, the clock is then stopped. And if I have time just before the game starts, you can activate the red light. I check it before a game starts just to make sure that the red light is working properly, and sometimes I'll let a fan push the button just to see what the red light's like. So it adds a little bit to the understanding of what the fans can see during the game, and they appreciate the game a little bit better. I also watched the net. If I see a hole in the net, which I've seen several times, I will signal the on-ice official so he knows that, and it can be fixed. Many times a hole will develop, and a puck traveling at over 100 miles an hour can hit that net and slide through it, and no one knows that that puck was actually in the net. So we try to make sure that that net is repaired at all times. So I will do that. There'll be times if the players are in front of me and I can't see the net at all, then the ref knows that, and he will be extra careful to watch to see if any puck does go in. And that has happened many times. There are players in front of me, and I cannot see it. And the referee sees it, and he stops the play. The red light will not be put on at that time because the goal judge did not see the play. And therefore, when you are watching the game, you say, well, why didn't the goal judge turn the light on? Well, because he had a blocked view and he could not see it. But it's always good to have at least two people looking for those goals. Well, besides the goal judges, I've also done penalty box. And there's other off-ice officials that do statistics. So we do rotate and do other various jobs that go on behind the scenes during a hockey game.
We're in the penalty box now. This is where, in case they get a penalty, they come and sit down here. We have where the announcer talks, with the penalty minutes, periods, and then we have an instant replay camera here in case there's a goal. You can see the pucks that if it comes in, you know, that's in case there is a disagreement if there was a goal.
Yes, I had one player that hurt his hand extremely bad, and it was bleeding. So he put his hand in some ice and used a towel, and the towel got rather bloody. He also opened up the door and told the referee that he won't be fighting anymore today because his hand, he thinks, is broken. But he did return on the ice later, but he was very quiet on the ice. He did not do any more fighting that day. If the Admirals do happen to make the playoffs, it looks like Nashville might not make the playoffs. And we have several guys that have been called up on the Nashville team, and they would be back down and they would be able to play on our Milwaukee Admirals team, and would probably get back another 3 to 4 guys with NHL experience now, so we could probably wind up with a pretty good playoff season.